Today, I'm going to walk you through an end-to-end QA workflow. This is what I and other QAs normally do on a normal workday. The day usually starts by checking messages. Slack first, then email. This takes about 15 to 30 minutes. Slack is for quick questions from developers, product managers, and other testers. Things like, can you retest ticket ABC123? Or heads up, we're deploying to staging. Email is usually pretty light. It's usually full of AI-generated meeting wrap-ups, calendar updates, help desk requests, or random messages from HR. Typically, I would say that 90% of our communication every day is done through Slack, and the other 10% in meetings. If you don't work from home like me and have to go into the office, then you may have some face-to-face conversations with people, but from my experience, even when you went into the office, most of our conversations were still through Slack. Before I go into any meetings, I like to check the board. Usually we're using Jira, but other teams can use things like Azure DevOps or GitLab. Things that I need to look for are tickets that move to ready to QA, checking what is blocked, and seeing what's coming up soon. This gives me context, but makes the meetings more productive. First thing in the morning, we usually have our daily Scrum meeting. This is usually a 15-minute meeting. In the meeting, I cover 3 things: what I tested yesterday, what I plan to test today, and any blockers. Here's an example. Yesterday, I tested the cart updates and logged 2 bugs. Today, I'm focusing on checkout validation. No blockers right now. The important thing to remember in this meeting is that Scrum is not for problem solving. If a discussion starts going deep, it should be moved to a follow-up meeting with fewer people. After the Scrum meeting, it's quite common to have a couple side conversations to clarify requirements, confirming expected behavior, and aligning on priority. That usually doesn't take more than 30 minutes. Now I move on to my focus QA work. First, I update the board. I move tickets into my test lanes. I double check the acceptance criteria. If something is unclear, I take notes and follow up with the product owner. Then I plan my testing. I ask what type of testing is needed, what areas are most risky, and what needs regression coverage. If test cases already exist, I review them. If not, I start writing new ones. Writing test cases usually takes a solid block of time, anywhere from 30 minutes to a few hours depending on feature size. I'll write test cases that cover happy paths, negative cases, and edge cases. I try to keep my tests clear and reusable. Steps should be as specific as possible, and expected results should have real outcomes, and not just be something like it works as expected. I enter all of my test cases into my test case repository. This could be something like Jira X-Ray, TestRail, or even a Google Sheet. Now I work on test execution. I run the test cases step by step. As I test, I take notes. If something fails, I capture screenshots or videos. I check for logs and make a copy if relevant. When I find a bug, I create a ticket for it immediately. I add a clear title, clear steps, clear expected versus actual result. I link it back to the test case and to the story. This phase usually takes the largest chunk of my day. 2 to 4 hours is common, but it kind of depends on what you're testing. As developers fix issues, I get notifications. I retest fixes as soon as they're ready. If the fix works, I update the bug status, and then I mark the test case as passed. If it fails, I reopen the bug with updated evidence. This loop can happen multiple times a day. Somewhere in my day, I have to fit in time to do some automation. If I evaluate a feature and it looks like it's a good candidate for automation, I'll either add new automated tests or update existing ones. This means that I'll be writing or updating Playwright or Cypress tests. Also, we have a daily job that runs all of our smoke tests in our test environment, and on occasion, things will break because developers change things, added new features, or tests become flaky. Some days, automation tests will take only an hour or 2. If there's not a lot of manual testing to do, then you get to spend the majority of your day working on automated tests. At the end of the day, I update the board again. I make sure all my tickets are in the correct lane, all the bugs are up to date, and all my notes are documented. I do one last Slack and email check to make sure nothing is blocking tomorrow. And that's pretty much it. A few meetings, updating boards, creating and updating test cases, executing tests, and writing automation. This is what QA actually looks like day to day.